It is fleece time. The fleece is on. I need to be comfy. This is one of those rare occasions this year I've went live not once but twice in a day. This is my 24th live stream this year overall. I thought we'd have a general discussion about Article Doom, Article 13, 17, whatever the hell it's called. Ethan Short, hello. How you doing? Up to much. This is not going to be a long live stream. I'm wanting this done before midnight my time. And it's now 20 past 11 Scotland time. This is also a traditional. Oh yes, yes, yes. No, nothing. Well, nothing personally is up. Jenna, welcome. I'm just here to discuss Article 13, 17, Article 11, which I think is even worse. And a general chit chat. Apart from Article Doom, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, Ethan and Jenna. Fantastic seeing you in here. Hope you appreciate. Well, it's a thing that's I think, and millions of others are going to think, are thinking, is going to destroy the internet, destroy YouTube. I'll get into more detail as I go on, but it's not good. It's not good. Basically, in my opinion, it's a bunch of greedy people wanting more money and wanting things back like the status quo. They want things. They want us to watch television again. They want us to go to the cinema more. Buy their. But no, what I'm not. This is going to backfire bigly. As my chum Trump would say. So I'm never going to go to the cinema again. I'll go once a year. That once a year trip's done. I'm not going to. Well, I never buy. To be honest, me and pulp culture, we've kind of fell out already. I kind of avoid it like the plague already. I think Hollywood's. I've always much preferred this YouTube, genuine people to watch in my adulthood so far. Well, the Brexit thing's another thing. There is a slight glimmer of hope. Jenna says for the cinema, it does cost too much and the films haven't been that great. Plus, depending on the area that you live in, you've got to pay for parking, you've got to pay for, don't bring in your own snacks. Yeah. But my once a year trip, I'll be all over. I'll never buy a game for me or for anybody else. I'll never buy music again for me or anybody else. I'll never attend it. I think this is going to backfire, and rightly so. They censor us. We'll then hit them, I think, I hope, where it hurts their wallet. And then because they've thrown shit at us, so it's time, if we hit their wallets and not buy their shit, and it has been shit. Try not to swear here, but it's a blooming awful article. 13, 17, whatever it's called. Even Short says, I got to see a new Bohemian Rhapsody. I can't even pronounce it. I know what you mean, folks. Movie in theaters. How was it? I've heard it's a very good film. But, I mean, I was almost done with pulp culture. This is the final straw for me. This is the final straw for me. I'd love to think I'm over. I don't think I'm overreacting at all. This is the beginning and the end of the internet as we know it. This is censorship to the next level. This is not. It's not going to be for anybody. Tickets and then for cable companies, they charge through the nose. It's just absolutely ridiculous. The only reason I have cable is because my mum and my dad want the cable television. Jenna also goes on to say, and it's not just concerts, theatre productions have always been very expensive. And then also sports. You've got these players that, yeah, go. I think number of artists were all for this, you know. Haven't they got enough money? I think Paul McCartney was for this. And, dude, you've made enough friggin' money. Stop being so greedy. I'm all for if the articles were written up properly, which they aren't. They weren't. I am. I agree with what they say. I am against people uploading full-length films when it's not their property. I'm against people, you know, uploading stuff that's not theirs, and they don't mix it up, they don't make it theirs, you know. But the way they're going about things is causing unnecessary anxiety amongst everyone. 5 million people signed for this bill not to be passed. Hundreds of thousands marched, went on marches. Everyone was ignored. They were always going to be ignored. The EU always, always we're going to pass this bill. The EU gets what the EU want. It's what we've been learning this year, especially the UK, especially. uh, hey, welcome back, Kimberly. Great to see you back. Jenna says, "Yep, I agree for sure." Ethan says it is funny to watch people raging. Well, I just can't help. I try not to swear during the live videos. I'm trying to cut out the swearing altogether. But you know what? I feel like I've got nothing to lose now. I feel like I'm going to be gone anyway. Most probably all of Europe will be gone in the next 2 years off YouTube, off the internet. So I'm kind of in a position now, like, well, I've got nothing to lose, but I'm trying to remain a little bit hopeful. But oh my goodness, it's been a very bleak day for the internet, and I'm already. I've got to find a new hobby. I've got to find a new hobby. That's what I've got to do. Hey, Farmo Fanatic. Fantastic having Kimberly here. She's cooking dinner. That's borderline. Still got the same mug. Jenna says, "Do the rich really care about us? No, nope. Or what not? Absolutely not. So if we need to vent, we have the right to speak, to stand up and say no." I think this is going to make even more. This is going to make people that were wanting to stay in the EU. Why would you want to stay in the EU over here, my country? I think they're going to start joining the Leave parties. I really do. I think this because this is going to. What's just think about what's the biggest audience YouTube gets? It's gamers. It's teenagers watching video games, playing video games. This article is going to just really disrupt that, and lots of people are going to be losing money, I think, and that's when shit's really going to hit the fan when they lose that mass audience. And so I think this is really going to backfire on them, big time. What, Mr. Kaboom is here? Hello, Formal Fanatic. Very welcome. All very welcome in here. We grabbed a pizza. I actually had a pizza earlier for my tea, my supper. It's rather good. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. But my right now, my enthusiasm for Korean videos. I mean, I could still create videos, I guess, but it's going to be fun watching them myself, is it? Just having a PMDB binge watch myself. on my laptop watching my own videos. I mean, what is the point if you've not got an audience to show your videos? I mean, because the other, I'm not sure how BitChute's going to survive. The other video platform I'm on with this ruling. I mean, but I promise you, it won't all be about this Article Doom, Article 13, Article 17, Article C, U, N. Go to the missing a letter, missing a letter. I'm finding it. It's really hard not to swear. It's really hard not to swear. Yes, could do with a pizza right now again, even though I've already had one. Pizza sounds easier than what are you making? Are you making meatballs? Well, more like rolled meatballs and now cooking them. Hope I'm not distracting you. But a great set of people in here. I'm not going to be staying too long. I've already been doing this for 4 hours today. I needed the vent again. I needed the vent. But like I will personally, I've mentioned this before, I will be done as in regards to going to the cinema, buying games, going to concerts, anything to do with um, the big music companies or giving money to Hollywood. It's over. I'm finished. New James Bond film out next year. I've got 3 James Bond sets. I feel like throwing them in the bin. That's how much I'm put off of pulp culture now. I mean, I feel filthy. Surrounded. I feel like I'm surrounded by muck. That like because I've really been going off pulp culture lately. I really have. The older I've got, the less I can tolerate celebrities. Fed up with them telling me how I should vote, how I should think, what I should wear. Really, I'm over celebrities. I was never too obsessed with them, but the older I get, the less I can tolerate them. Does sound quite fine. These meatballs. Jenna will be right back. It's good that I'm glad, Kimberly, you and Jenna's came back for more punishment. Aye, Farmal Fanatics popped in. Uh, Pizza and meatballs would be together. That's um, uh, it sounds like such a healthy mix. Not. I think I'd be totally stuffed if I did eat all that. Totally stuffed. Um, Now, I am still open to go on people's panels if anybody wants me on. I will behave myself. I'll try not to swear, and I'll, be a polite, good guest. The host or hostess wants me to be animated, I can do that, but I'll know my role. I won't take over. Quite a few people live right now, I've noticed. Destiny and I are going to arrange. Yes, yes, yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely. I'll let my hair down. We can hang out. I think it'll be a good laugh. I think it'll be a good laugh. She's a really nice woman, Destiny, the Jamrock Pixie. I really have a lot of time for all, like I do you. I've got a lot of time for you both already. I've got no time for Article Doom, Phil. Article 13, my arch nemesis. I don't think people realize that this is the frustrating thing. I don't think people realize how bad this is going to be, regardless of where you're in the EU or not. I talked to her on the phone. Oh, brilliant! Oh, so how long have you? I'm being nosy now. How long have you known each other? Did you meet on here? Or were you friends before? She definitely sounds like a good egg for sure. I'm a bit of a cracked egg. I do have a good heart. So this is just a general discussion about Article 13, but not just Article 13, discussing a chit chat as well, general chit chat as well, for a wee bit, about half an hour or so. I'm hoping to end the stream before midnight my time, of course. I could, I guess, be persuaded to stay longer. So I know what I'm doing. You know, with this Article 13, that's me and pop culture finished. I'm not saying the films coming out won't be any good. A lot of them that have came out in recent years haven't been very good. But it's just, like, I'm not giving these people money because the only ones that benefit from this ridiculous article is the movie companies, Hollywood, the music, greedy music producers, the game, and well, actually, I think um, the gaming industry is about to mess up. Actually, yeah, Hollywood and of course the fake news, the mainstream media. This is to do with mass censorship too. The fake news will. We're born just outside of Hollywood, but I mean they're cleaning their hands tonight with this ruling. They really will. Sky News, BBC. Oh my God, we can control the public again. Oh God! Look, who is back? Also, he's back for more punishment. Diva Dave D. We've got the lovely Kimberly in here. Also, Jenna's in here, and a couple of others in earlier too. I would recommend Borderline. I would recommend Kimberly. She's does great live streams. I don't live anywhere near it now and haven't since I was free. See, growing up, I quite fancied going and visit the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all that. And now I think of Hollywood. I just feel a bit sick in my stomach with what I've heard about them. I'm more of a mountain hillbilly redneck hippie than, as you would say, a Hollywood. Well, your typing is fine. Your typing's fine. Dave says, yes, I don't just sub everybody. It's hard to go to a channel and try to judge from 1,000 streams. Welcome back. I'm semi cat sitting, had to check on the Wii. Oh. You have to watch your videos of the cats. Welcome back, Shanna. She seemed. I think she's a great host, and she is funny. She is definitely uh, a character you want on YouTube. Welcome back, Shanna. Shanna's back for some more too. This won't be a long stream, as I'm going to be selfish. There's people I kind of want to watch that are actually live right now. I want to watch, and I think this Article 13 will be a big topic tonight, and rightly so. Rightly so. Your son will be here soon. So what are we up to tonight? What's everybody up to tonight? But really need to blow my nose. Something always plays up when you're live. It's yeah. Well, Article 11 will start charging people. This sounds so ridiculous. This is the ones the mainstream media, the fake news will be gleeing in their hands at this one. They're going to start like charging people for sharing links and stuff and to reference news articles. I mean, how ridiculous! How absurd is this? In fact, Article 11 is actually more dangerous than Article 13. Zachary, the gamer, yo ho woo. How you doing? Sherlock Holmes 94, how you doing? Man, right now I'm writing after, so I'll be working on videos. We have Diva Dave D here, Kimberly. Kimberly is currently multitasking. How you doing, Zachary and Sherlock? Not seen Sherlock in here in a while. What's happening in 2020? Like, um, so does that mean I can't share people's links in a playlist or a live stream? You know what? There's a lot of areas, Shanna. Like a lot of us are not sure what's going to happen. A lot of us, like myself, are assuming the worst, and I think there's a 90% chance the worst will happen. I think this is the beginning of the end. As you know, it's really a game changer. It's a horrible game changer. It's a greedy game changer. And everybody, apart from these billionaires, unelected EU, greedy music producers, greedy Hollywood, everybody, bar and the fake news, of course, throw them in there too. Everyone, all us real people, said no. We don't want this. You know, and we've been ignored. We've been ignored. And I just think they want us to be good, sheepy, good cattle. Oh no, Shanna's talking about when this Article 13 starts affecting people, Zachary. Um, oh, NASA car more racing. What's happening? Like, that's all right, Zachary. Yeah, I've noticed that with or without a blue wrench, you can sometimes share links. I mean, Dave, you shared a link today, mine, and you're not a mod. Nobody's a mod. It being too long. I know it's how ridiculous is that? I mean, the censorship. People are already walking on eggshells with mass censorship. Can't comment on this. Can't. I mean, I live in Scotland. We've got no such thing as freedom over here. I didn't check. I haven't checked anybody's videos today yet. I see, Kimberly. You know, many YouTubers don't make their own content. Well, the thing is, you get some like me, and I can speak for Dave and Kimberly and Shanna. We all make our own content. This unfortunately, this will really affect the gamers. This is going to affect them the worst, I think, because 95% of my content's all me. The only problems I would have, but I can maybe fix these problems. The only problems I would have is old videos where there were music on in the background. You know, I didn't think in 2010 and 9 years' time there'd be this ridiculous article of doom on its way. I would have never ever uploaded that video. You know, but all my new content from 2012 onwards is all me. It's all me. Night Lover, welcome. Bobby, welcome. Dave uses copyright-free music, but the fear is, Dave, even commenting on shows, or having labels of shows, or like something ridiculous like this Batman mug could get me in trouble going forward, because I don't have to copyright for this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get really silly. It's going to get super silly. I'm going to have to put a label over here so I can still wear my fleece, but maybe I won't be allowed to show the Hollister logo. It's going to get daft. It's going to get daft. If I survive, me and others, PewDiePie and others, survive Article 13, 17, super duper, but if we don't, it's out of our hands, folks. It's out of our hands. Jessica R. What's up, Jessica? It is really daft because copyright's such a subjective topic. What is copyright? To me, copyright's absolute BS. Yes, uploading a full-length film is wrong. Uploading a whole music album is wrong. That's not yours to upload. But the rest of it's a load of rubbish. How you doing tonight, lover? I appreciate you popping in. You never know, Dave. You never know. It might get to. You just never. Maybe that's probably the safest thing you'll be able to read on here, Dave. Maybe you'll have other issues reading the Bible on here, because the censorship of Christians is really, really bad. Again, I think, in my opinion, the two set of people that are censored the most on big tech are Christians and conservatives. I don't care what anybody else says; it's true. The most censored people on big tech right now is Christians and conservatives. So, Dave, you might have some issues. Let's see what I've missed here. All right, Bobby, thank you. Like you guys, this channel is in Danish, but English ones can be found in my sub box. Yeah, check Dave out. He's a talented young man, interesting. All the makings for a great YouTube. And yeah, but the thing is, Dave, they might be controversial, but you could argue other religions are controversial and they never get censored at all. It sees a lot. The thing that annoys me I'm for freedom of religion. I don't care what religion that is. I'm for freedom of speech, freedom of will. I don't like all these double standards. There's like a rule for one religion and there's a rule for another one. It's rubbish. No problem, Bobby. I worship mint chocolate chip ice cream. That does sound fine. Does sound fine. Spiritual people, yeah. Conspiracy theorists, they're really getting hit hard at the moment. Don't you dare question what's on the news, or you're in bigly trouble. Started off so good. The Russia witch hoax was over. I had a smile on my face again. Then article of doom. I'm like, oh. So already, the thing is about this. This to me, I know people have their Patreons, have their super chat, treat this as a job. To me, this is not a job. I've had jobs during this. This was always just a hobby, just a platform for me to entertain, to perform, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna have to find another hobby. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got all my videos. I've got all my pictures. Um, it won't be the same without an audience, but the worst comes to the worst. I'm good. I'll just have to find something else to do as a hobby. But I don't. I'm sorry. I don't feel too bad for the people that are going to lose money on here because to me, this should have never been a job in the first place. Michelle, welcome. Oh, got some beautiful people in the room today. I must say, I'm spiritual, but not Catholic Christian, even though my family members are. Yep, I didn't worry on making more conspiracy videos as they won't be monetized anyway. Jessica R says, I gotta go now. I have to go to the store. God, hey, you take care, Jessica. Hope you're all right. Loa, my bad. Had a phone. That's all right. Welcome. All good here, Shanna. All good. I don't care how long anybody stays here. Um, pop in, pop out as much as you want. Someone came into a live stream. I blocked them personally, not from that channel, just for me saying they were going to hell. They were all sinners. I'm like, dang, no preaching. Where was this, Jenna? I'm okay, Michelle. How are you? All better seeing yourself in here, your beautiful self in here. Let's see. Right, Jenna. Yeah, I just roll on my own path and take knowledge from all over. It's not a bad idea, Dave. For a young man, he's got a mature head on his shoulders. Absolutely. God bless to Jessica R. Hope she's well. Tea time. This have you we dish out some meatballs then? I've never been to that live stream before. Oh wow, that's pretty quick, Kimberly. Well, like I say, those who enjoy my accent, Michelle, there is at the moment anyway. In case, well, I could be gone in the next 2 years with this article of doom, but right now there is 1,423 PMDB videos on my free channels. So feel free to, if you love that this accent, feel free to watch every single one at your leisure, on loop. And I don't believe in any gods. That's totally man-made, if you ask Dave. Meatballs still have 20 minutes. Oh, book, Facebook sucks. I was on there briefly today, Facebook, and I deactivated it again. It's if Article 13 did take Facebook down, it'd be like good riddance to bad rubbish. I do not like Facebook. Yummy meatballs, yes. Jenna says, I bet your kitchen smells lovely. So is anybody else live later on tonight? Michelle? Dave, are you ever going to go live? I don't know why I love when you say book. It's a hoot for me. That's all right. I'm happy people enjoy my accent. Get a hoot out of it. And then I can recommend watching all my videos if you want. On loop. Well, if you did go live, Dave, I'm sure you would already have a built-in audience awaiting you. Who knows what I'll do, Shanna says. With Kimberly mentioning tea, I'm wanting a cup of tea now, even though I've already had I went through 4 cups of tea in that 4-hour live stream. Isn't that disgusting? Hey, all you crazy Americans and what have we. Welcome to my Danish channel with my English-speaking viewers. Yes. I think Dave would nail a live stream. Before these bills go through, we gotta do a fleece appreciation stream. Yes, yes. Jenna encourages it. She encourages it. I'm wearing my favorite fleece. It's fleece on the outside. Well, most of it is fleece. I love fleece. I mean, I like fleeces. I love fleeces. If I ever do get a girlfriend, she better like fleeces. I'm always in one. Uh, I think so too, Dave. You would probably all fall. Nah, no, Dave. Obviously I don't understand a word what you say sometimes in your Danish videos, but you know, I butcher my own language as it is. I'm not good at learning other languages. It's forever, absolutely. I'm into that. Are you on Twitter by any chance, Jenna? Um, but Dave, you are a good, solid YouTuber. You know you are. You're far from boring. Come on now. You've got interesting takes on here. You're one of the most interesting people in the live streams. Well, let's see. People can follow me here. I might as well plug myself. I know a few of you are already. Shut up. My own video came on there. Right. I'll put the link to my Twitter in here if I've been going crazy with this Article 13 nonsense. I need to rant. Granny takes a trip. Welcome. I really want to go live now. My skies are insane. My son and his girlfriend. How old's your son again, Shana? That is my official Twitter. I rejoined in January of this year, 20. Still very young. No problem at all. I'm still here. Had to put the veggies in the oven. See, I'd skip that part. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to healthy food. I not really, not really. It's a place I vent. I don't personally care about Twitter. If I get deleted from Twitter, big woohoo. It's only, I'm not gonna miss any tweets. So it's a place for me to vent. But when I rejoined again, I wasn't going to vent. But then that ridiculous propaganda Gillette advert came out, and oh my god, it triggered me so much. Fed up being betrayed as an evil person. The propaganda in some of these films, TV shows, and adverts is absolutely ridiculous. Not your average Jojo, welcome. Hey, you take Shana, it's all good. Enjoy your evening with your son and his girlfriend. Take care. Well, thank you very much, Jenna. I'll follow you right back. How you doing today? Not your average Jojo. I did bump into you earlier in Gil Skills' live stream. Dave says, I have been thinking of getting my voice out there in name of my religion, sorry. I really don't know if it's the right time to risk everything. Um, is there ever a right time? Is there ever a right time? Well, Shanna's son is younger than you, Phil, Dave. No, you are still very young, Dave. Even though you're nearly 22, like you said earlier, you're still very young. Granny takes trips saying hello to people. Kimberly says, bye, Shanna. Take care, Shanna. I often watch Jojo's husband, Jeff, Idiot of the Day, his live stream. He's one of those guys, one of those live streamers I'd recommend to people. All right, so you could maybe decline me. Hey, again, Shells and Ireland's back for more punishment like Dave is, Jenna is, and Kimberly all came back for some more punishment as I've been live earlier on today, and now they're all back. I mean, what if people find out who I am and all of a sudden hate on the other channels and people won't come to me? Dave, I'm sure that won't happen. I'm sure that won't happen. I would still like you. You'd at least have me still in your life. What more could you want? My pick is of a wolf. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll. Oh, what's this? Punish me, big boy. You talking to me or Daddy Dave up above? Shells is you're behaving. You're misbehaving, should I say? Idiot of the day, Jeff. Welcome. How you doing? Dave says hello there. You know what? I've got such a lovely crowd in here, right? Um, I'm going to stay longer than I was going to. I'm going to stay longer than I was going to. So this is just a wee discussion about the Article of Doom, Article 13, and also a chit chat as well. So a mixture, a mixture. And be interesting to get people's opinions on it. I'm gasping for a cup of tea right now. It's Kimberly. I blame Kimberly. Border um, late line. Um, she mentioned tea, and I'm like, I want one. I want a cup of tea. Look at that. She says hi to Diva Daddy, and then just hi to everybody else. Diva Dave D gets a special mention. No favorites in here, is there? Not really, Paul. I think it's risky. That's why I wanted to wait till I had grown. Yeah, enjoy your 20s, Dave. Then ruin your life when you're 30 or something. I don't know. Always appreciate that, Jojo. It's good to have you and Jeff in here. Fantastic stuff. I'm drinking my cup right now in my SpongeBob SquarePants cup. Um, oh yes, I will soon. I will soon. I really need to blow my nose too. It's annoying me. Too much information, Jenna. But I might have to do something that rhymes with tea as well. Uh, well, Paul, if she's seen my what? Okay, Dave. Getting a little bit too much information in the chat here. Now, let's get out the gutter. Maybe I'm getting a dreaded man flu. Oh no, Dave, you'll have to fly over to Scotland and look after me and get this dreaded man flu. Oh, need looking after. And you're the closest out of anybody, Dave. So I select you. Paul, are you going to have your tea? Well, I've got my Batman mug tonight. I have 3 Miley mugs. I've got a Trumpster mug. I've got a Rangers mug. Got all sorts of mugs. This mug, ugly mug. But I put Miley on the shelf today. Dave's saying he's the. I think you're the only man. Well, actually, I was going to say unless Jeff is still here, you're certainly the only diva in here right now. But no, never need to apologize, Jenna. Shells in Ireland says I went to Asian market in Belfast last week and bought tea, but I couldn't read the writing on the box. Brought it home and it was sage tea. It smelled like sage and onion. I'm not sure. Ah, Shell seems to think that's quite nice. I'm not sure if I would. I'm not sure about that cup of tea. Glad you're still here, Jeff. I am going to take a commercial break soon, but I will be right back. No problem at all. I need to leave and duct tape that seat down. What's this? What's interesting about the tea in the Asian market? Shell says it was gross. It it didn't sound too great, Shells. No, can you mail me Lucifer instead? That I mentioned Lucifer, Dave. Can you mail me that penguin of yours you got for during Christmas time? He's a very cute looking penguin. Mail me that instead. I did. See, I wake when you mention Lucifer, it wakes Dave up. And in fact, sometimes I've caught Dave lurking on here, and I've mentioned Lucifer. Look, Shells is in on it, and then Dave appears. I was like, oh no, nah, that's just that damn penguin again. Poor penguin. I think he needs a new home here on one of these shelves. Let's see. Apparently so. He does look a bit evil. Shells did send me a picture of this penguin. He did look like a demon. Was Hillary Clinton in there or something? Did I say a name there? Did I say a name there? I did look a bit of an evil penguin. Taking the princess name in vain, I would say Lucifer to try and summon you to the chat. There's been a few freaky occasions too where I've been talking about Diva Dave D and he like suddenly appears. And I don't think it I think it is just magic sometimes. I used to be quite bad for that. I'd mention someone this is quite bad. When I was younger, I swear I would mention someone I didn't like when I was out on a night out and he would appear. I'd be like Lee and he'd be off. He's here. Like I would jinx it. So learn your lesson. Don't mention anybody you don't like because they seem to appear. I'm not saying I don't like Dave, but that seems to be the case with me on nights out in the past. I'd mention someone I didn't like and they would appear. Uh, my friend used to, in fact, there's a cat video on here. You can hear my old friend, talking about it, saying, "Oh, so, Paul mentions that Lee, and he appears." It's just magic sometimes, yeah. Oh, that's what the ladies say about Dave. Who's your daddy, eh? My fellow long-haired buddy. Right, I'm gonna grab this cup of tea. Let's see. Shells, you can get temp wrench. Dave, don't get too excited. Used to can be the temp moderators, temp Blue Rangers for tonight's stream. I'm taking them right back though. Don't get too excited. So Diva Dave D, Deputy Dave, and Shells are in charge. Chat amongst yourselves. I will be right back. Okay. Sometimes forget I'm live sometimes. Let's see. Michelle's still here. Who else is still here? My lens is getting cloudy. I'm trying to kind of clean it. I've got a huge right lens. It's doing my nut in. Right. Let's see what I've missed. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna abuse the crap out of this wrench. Uh-oh. I'm so glad Paul didn't see that quick. Everyone chats. Shells. This is why I always take back the wrenches. I was kind of joking earlier on about watching other people's streams, and there's somebody out there who won't say the person's name or anything like that, but this person really takes the wrench thing really seriously in some people's streams. It makes me giggle. It does make me giggle. The decimal point's got to be in the right place if I were to start taking my job as a moderator seriously. I'll be your partner in crime, Shells, on Dave's Keen. Wrenches unite. Witches unite. And I'm like it. Hell yeah, Dave says. Yeah, Diva Daddy. No, you will not. And the law is never wrong, oh, bit. Yeah, right, Dave. Yeah, right. Nope. All right, Jenna. Hope everything's okay. Like Shells is saying. Yeah, there's Jenna, who's will be right back. She's from Canada as well, Jeff. There's a mixture. There's a lot of American people in here. There's somebody from Denmark. His name escapes me. It's a bit of a mix. Is timing you out? Is that Shells? We timed out Kimberly. I think the people that voted on this article of doom were all drunk. We're saying on Twitter there's a guy in Sweden who voted on this article doom, and he said, "Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong button on voting." I mean, how is someone like that in such a high position? It's not it's not a game making up laws, voting on laws that will affect people's life. It's not a game. These clowns shouldn't have such a high up job if they're going to make silly mistakes like that. You're fired. Get out. Nah, all good, Shells, all good. Nessie's Shells. Oh, come on now. Nessie. Oh. Dave, I'm not. I choose not to comment on things like that, Dave. There's just far too much guidelines. Tread carefully, Shells. I've heard the boss is in a. Oh my. I know. I'm just letting you know in case you wonder why is he not commenting. So who's all still here? I'm not 100% comfortable about saying all the stuff either. I don't think anybody's going to be very comfortable saying anything, doing anything. All those music live streams will be gone. Anyway, enough about Article of Doom. If it happens, it's out of our hands. If it happens, worst comes to worst, PMDB video series will. You have to, if you want to see my videos, you just have to come and visit me, and we can watch them all together. But I think there's a glimmer of hope. There is some light. Britain, for example, the country I'm in, um, we're supposed to be leaving. I wish they'd nip on with leaving, like now, but we're supposed to be leaving before this all starts to come into effect. So hopefully we'll get it done with no deal and leave, and maybe the EU will dissolve that even better. But there's a little bit of a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. But you know what's going on? Oh yeah, I'll begin my favorite band YouTubers take on things later on. Shanna, if you're, I think Shanna's away, is she? She likes Alex as well. I'm scared to say his name on here. It's a bad word, his name. But when I get a ginger fat cat, its name will be Alex Jones. Its name's already been decided. It's going to be the most politically incorrect cat you can. It's going to be so rude and so politically incorrect. It's going to be well named. Oh, she's streaming. Got competition. Should do a little raid. Hashtag Team PMDB raid. I don't think I've heard on one of those before. That'd be fun. Kimberly, no problem. I appreciate your time. Really had a good time with you tonight for me and earlier on today, your morning. And even when I go live again, very welcome in here, Kimberly. We'll get that panel thing sorted out. I would highly recommend Kimberly's YouTube channel. Check her out, folks. Good soul. Great personality for YouTube. So I'll stay on here another half an hour, ladies and gents, and divas alike, after I drink this tea, and I'll wrap things up. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Dave says, good night, Kimberly. Big smile on his face, as does Michelle. How you doing? Asked you how you're doing today, Michelle. I'm really chuffed that, we've got some old regulars in here and some newish people coming back for some more punishment. So I appreciate that. Yeah, because they're glutton for punishment. Imagine wasting your time watching me. I'm a nobody. Come on now. Torture. This could be torture for some people. Probably is. I just speak rubbish and hope for the best. I mean, there was a wee bit of a theme today, I guess. It was going for chit chat. Shh, shh, quiet. Better still, wouldn't it be just awesome if we're all in a pub somewhere and Michelle could hear my accent even louder. We're all just in the same place, not worrying about YouTube guidelines or the Article 13 of Doom, and just having a damn good time. Because I would meet up with basically everybody that's in the chat right now. I would meet up with everybody in real life. I treat you as some of you as my pals, my friends. And now your average Jojo says, that's why I like coming, Paul. You know what you're gonna get here. No, I'm really chuffed for that, Jojo, because I know that's means something coming from yourself. Because you and Jeff, I feel, are two very genuine people, two good people. You know, you can just tell you've got good souls. I haven't, to be fair, Jeff, in regards to live videos, I haven't been live so often this year. Michelle says UT is ridiculous, so it's going to get a lot worse. Um, I mean, I'm done after this vote. I am done with pop culture. I'm finished. My once a year cinema trip's over. I'm not going to cinema anymore after this vote. I'm not going to give any of these people money. They're all in favor of this vote. And in regards to my own video series, I guess I'll just have to have private screenings. The worst comes to the worst. And Jeff and Jojo are two others I'll definitely meet up with if ever we're in Canada someday. I've visited America a few times. I've never visited Canada. Looks a beautiful country. And likewise, if any of yous lot were in Scotland, almost said America there. I wish I was in America. If any of yous were in Scotland, I would be quite happy to meet yous. Welcome back, Jenna. Are you okay? I think it would be awesome. Like everybody that's in chat and participating in this chat right now, even Diva Dave D, where is he? Lucifer, I would meet up with. I would meet up with. Not just saying that to, boost your egos or anything. Like I think you're all pretty damn genuine. Well, if you do, I think Scotland is worth visiting at least once. Because I'm worth it. No, Scotland is a beautiful country. I could imagine so, with hospitals. See, Jenna's from Canada as well, if you don't mind me saying, Jenna. Shells Maryland says, I've been to Canada. The fuel lines froze on my truck. And I was, oh my goodness. Isn't that such a small world? I remember Jeff talking about that his mum was visiting Scotland. Whereabouts in Scotland this year? Again, new nurse on shift, so I got a re-update. Well, I hope everything's all right, Jenna. I'm a family first person. To me, it's family first and everything else second. Edinburgh, it's a 3-hour drive from me. I've not been in Edinburgh in a long time, so the capital city. I need to visit a place I need to visit more often. It's a nice zoo there. I believe the nightlife's pretty good. Probably a bit too posh for me, but much better than where I am, apparently. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And the nurse is sweetheart. It always helps. Yeah. I'm subscribed to David, and I noticed that I didn't realize until today, is he actually from Scotland too? The Isle of Skye, that'll be quite the travel. That'll be a beautiful place to visit as well. No problem, Shells. Yes, I've been blessed with the genuine people that watch me in these live streams. That it is a very loving community, and long may it continue, even when I do go live again. Been loving the backgrounds you've been having, Jeff, lately. My personal favorite one's the hut background. I think that one works best. Oh, he's from England. His wife is from Scotland. All right. I think he did spell it correctly. I just seen him because I'm subscribed to him. I seen him posting a video to do with Scotland. I thought, oh, is he from Scotland? I just assume everybody's from Canada or America. My E's has changed to C's when writing in hand now. Okay. Lucifer's still in the house, it seems. So now my S and G is in the same, and E and C is the same. Very good. Very good. Yes, the OBS lets you show images. Yes, yes. I really need to up my production when live. Isn't that strange? You'd think of yourself being in Canada, you'd get mostly Canadians or Americans. I'm surprised that most are from here or Australia. Then again, probably should have more of a UK audience, and most of the people that come in are. You don't have one from. You have one Canadian. Jenna's Canadian. You can steal her. Isn't that funny, Phil? We'd think that'd be most of your audience. To be fair, Phil, there's been a handful of people that have watched me being from Scotland. Even less people have watched me in the same city. So it's just I'm quite happy with my American friends, Phil, and Canadian friends. The only thing I don't like about that is the distance. It's impossible to meet up. How's the merch coming along, by the way? I like that orange. I'm a fleece guy, of course, but that orange hoodie you had, Jeff, that looked awesome. I thought suited you. I always say when I pet my mouse or polar bear. Aha, I see. It's funny, some places in America and Canada have the same names as over here too. Similar names. Hey, that's what I said, Jeff. What about JoJo? Jenna's in Toronto. Now that's a place I'd like to visit. Toronto, Canada. Looks beautiful. 2 WrestleManias were held there once. WrestleMania 6. The Ultimate Challenge, Hulk Hogan versus The Warrior, and WrestleMania 18 in 2002. They should host another a bigger wrestling event in Canada. The crowd there is always great. Jeff remembers The Warrior when he done the unthinkable and defeated Hulk Hogan. It's one of my favorite childhood WrestleManias. So it seems like these are quite close to each other then. All great Canadian wrestlers. Bret the Hitman Hart. Good to see the Hart Foundation will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Very well deserved. Jim Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart. 3 hours away or so. London is a great city. It sounds better than London over here, that's for sure. I wouldn't visit London over here again in anytime soon. Most places here, Paul, are named after places over there. Maybe we stole your names. Maybe we stole your names. Been there a few. I think I would like Canada. You know, it sounds like a cold place in a good way. I'd be able to wear my fleece, Jenna, if I came and visited Canada. Maybe I'd have two fleeces on because it sounds very cold over there compared to America. I could never wear my fleece. I was raging. I was grumpy. I was almost walking about topless in America. It was that hot for me. I don't do topless, but it was that hot in America. Jojo says we definitely stole your names. Jenna has a family in Waterloo. If you went way up north, Paul, you might now like it -50, but not as bad as here. It would just give me an excuse, Jeff, to wear two free fleeces. So yes, it could work. Definitely work. One of the, apart from yourself, of course, another kind of semi-big YouTuber on here. He did reviews for the Halloween films. His name's Dave. He's from the Canada, Toronto area, and I love Canadians' sense of humor. Seem to have similar sense of humor. Well, I'll just have to put on four then. I can put on one for each name. Paul, Michael, David, Bain. Problem solved, Jojo. Yeah, definitely Canada would be on my bucket list before I croaked of places to visit. That place where WrestleMania 6 and 18 were held, the formerly known Toronto Sky Dome. It's the Rogers Stadium now, or wherever. That I wanted to visit that. That always looked beautiful. Wow, -45, crikey. Yeah, it does sound like a very maybe I'd find Mrs. Paul Michael David Bain over there, Jeff. They would like my accent. Oh, I'd just wear a Parker and on top of the fleeces then. That's fine. That's fair enough. Absolutely. If I ever did visit Canada, totally would get in touch with all three of us. I think it'd be rude not to. And you could, I think we would, yes, yes. I'll start swimming now. I'll start swimming to Canada now. Oh, Canada. Diva Dave D says, Paul, you know how I make those small changes to people's names? Yes, it's cute. It's cute, Dave. Jeff says, it would be nice to see you, Paul. I'm sure you'd meet some. well, that wouldn't be the reason I'd be over there. I wouldn't say no, like. Um, but I think me, you, Jojo, Jenna, everything would, if we all met up, say, I think we'd have a good laugh. Oh, Jenna's got places I could stay. Let's see. Shells in Ireland says, when I lived in America, I've forgotten you lived in America. I never ever owned a. Yes, yes, yes. See, actually, stupidly enough, well, I guess it was cold in the airports and cold on the plane. I did take this fleece with me to America. I did take it with me. Never wore it once. Never wore it once in America. I was having withdrawals. Two of the guys I did the video with, Stephen and Jimmy, I changed it to Stevie and Jamesy. Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I like Dave's nicknames. I like when other people make up a nickname for Dave, like Triple D or Daddy Dave. Dangerous Dave. And well, Lars changed his name to Thomas. Shells in Ireland, my grandparents are from Newry and Port Down, I think. For free, just as long as you. I love cats. I hate dogs. No, I don't hate dogs. I'm not dogophobic, but I was talking about dogs earlier on. I am a cat lover. I tolerate dogs. Dogs are cute. Dogs are cute. However, as soon as I've clapped a dog, I need to go and wash my hands. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the type of person, if someone's walking up the street with a dog, no matter how cute it is, I'm the type of person that goes across the road. But there's so many dog lovers out there, and oh, really, Jeff? Like I like German shepherds. I think they're cute, good guard dogs. I like little dogs, uh, but I'd be lying if I said I love them. I tolerate them. Well, I do cross the road. When I see a dog, I'm off. Hey, Kim Vamp, welcome. Not seen you in here in a while. How you doing? They're little. That's okay. Little dogs. Like, that's fine. I just won't probably be clapping them much, or I don't like when they slover. Like I hate when any animal, for that matter, slovers. So yeah, no, that's a no-no. Good. I'm glad and sold. Furries everywhere. I love dogs so much. Kim's time is quite late. Kim is one of the rare people from Scotland in here that comes in here sometimes. That's awesome. I hope you can come over and visit sometime. You'll love it. It's beautiful idiot of the day. Yeah, we really need to all meet up. Really need to, Kim included. 2 secs. I think maybe Dave Lucifer might just have to come on over. I think I'm getting the man flu here. I think I'm dying. Dave, I might need to kiss a life by someone. Right, where were we? Like I was saying to and Paul, we are going to go over one day. We are only the people in the family that haven't visited, but we will. My great grand was from Ireland. Nice one, Jenna. Paul is just a ferry ride away. Yes, yes, yes. There's not much between me and you, Shells, or me and you, Kim. Yes, yes. And get Dave's attention. Okay, Kim, more than welcome to. I appreciate you popping in. How nice. Mama makes me one with Charlie, and you make me one with Lucy. Yeah, look who's in, Dave. It's Kim. Yeah, Kim's in Scotland too. We're not too far away. Shells in Ireland says, bye, Kim. Take care. Well, I think Marie is originally from. Um, I'm not sure. Should I know who that is, Jeff? Sorry. I can't, I can't think who that is. Sorry. Triple D says, you have a good one, Kim. I was looking at my older live streams to make videos out of recently, and Two of the very first people in the streams were Diva Dave D and Kim Van. And she is at where's she staying now? Now, even though I've been in your streams quite recently, I haven't been watching streams as often as I used to. I'm hoping to change that again. It's just that with my sleeping patterns being better, unfortunately there's a side effect, which is now I miss some of my American or Canadian friends that go live. And sometimes I've got a PlayStation 4 that I never used to play games with. Sometimes Jeff and others I watch is on there. The only problem with that is I can't comment or I can like it, but I can't comment. Hey, you take care, Shells in Ireland. Lovely seeing you in here. I won't be staying here too long. I'm going to wrap things up soonish. But fantastic, great company as always, Shells. Oh, Dave's getting agitated himself. Oh, don't ever worry coming to your lives. I know. It's just like it's just to me, you and JoJo are so two genuine people, and in fact, you're the type of people on YouTube that inspire me to be a better person. I'm not being funny. Like, um, it's like good knowing that there's two really genuine souls out there, yourself and JoJo. Sometimes you've probably seen it. If you follow me on Twitter, I do snap sometimes, and I probably swear too much sometimes, and rant sometimes, and it does sometimes look worse than it probably is. But um, I really need to stop doing that so much. I need to look after my brand better. I give myself I'm one worst enemy. I give myself a bad name with my vents on Twitter, I think. I do worry about it. Jeff says, "Oh, Paul, you just don't hear me off camera." I can't imagine Jeff like swearing. Or, you're so cool, calm, and collected on camera. You take care, Shells in Ireland says, "Thank you, Diva Daddy, and thank you, Jenna." Mike M says, "I would say you're 27. I'll take that." Hello, Mike M. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Hey, Gamer1 UK. Hi, bro. Long time no see. Hello. I just can't picture. I believe you now. I really can't picture that. I said in a previous stream, I'm gonna like one of the first words that I uttered out of my mouth in my very first video was the F word. A great start, but I'm going to try and clamp down on the swearing going forward. I would say you're for you. Cheers. Thank you. Just because I think the censorship is going to get worse and worse and worse. Welcome back, Jojo. Never need to be sorry. I just feel like censorship's going to get worse and worse. So, but with this article of doom, Article 13, which we were talking about earlier, it, not looking too good for us Europeans and us still in the EU. Let's see. That's only if I get really frustrated, mad, but I cuss will pop out here and there. I used to see word quite a lot when out. I don't really, I've never really said it on here, but it has been uttered quite often when out and about. I should never say that. So it's a horrible word to say. Hi, Mike. Oh, hello, gamer. Jenna says. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on too much longer, ladies and gents. It is a mess, Mike. It really is. Gives me a headache. Hopefully, we'll leave soon, but it gives me a headache. Article 13 gives me a headache. It must be late. Yeah, it's pretty late now. It's 10 to 1. I wasn't going to. Oh, definitely leave, Mike. I want out. I want out. Gamer 1 UK voted out. Why do I want out? I'm not a fan of the EU. I'm not a fan of this Article 13 for sure, which they've just passed on that nobody wanted. I'll just give you a couple of reasons why. I'm gonna check you two out. These two, I'm not sure where you came from. Let me check yous out. Article 13. I'll probably be dead from 50 years, especially being 40. I'll be 90 by then, so I'll probably be dead by then. So what's Google it. The destruction of the internet as we know it is what Article 13 is. Now, if I do this, can you guys still hear me? Let me know in the chat. I'm not staying on too much longer. Can you still hear me? Good. All right. Thank you. I was just trying out something. Jenna says Article 13 supports major censorship, which it does, which means all content for YouTubers and other people that are live streaming etc. won't be able to be accessible to others around the world. Gamer 1 UK. I get that. Yeah, but there's other reasons. I'm just not a fan of the EU. That's all I'll say. I never said that was the part of. I'm just meaning there's even more reason why I want out of the EU now. So how did you discover me, Mike? I'm not familiar with your channel. Gamer1 UK. Feel like I've met you on somebody else's stream before, but I've forgotten. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to be great, this article. I did a search on live discussion. Fair enough. Welcome. Very random, small, irrelevant YouTuber from Scotland that does lazy live streams sometimes. Also do all sorts of videos, so check out my channel's really? Let me see. If you say so, Diva Dave. Gamer1 UK's got me off guard there. Really? I think we'll be pretty damn. I wouldn't mind the EU. What's the polite word? Buggering off altogether at this rate. I think we'll be just fine. Let's see. It says in your description your two sisters aged 10 and 12. I'm a bit confused here. Right. Sorry. I must have bumped. You seem to know who I am. We must have bumped into each other at some point. Right. That's your doors. Okay. Okay. I can't remember the whole Holland thing. Sorry. Man, tell this boy to get out of my armpit. Exactly, Diva Dave. I'm lost. I am lost now. I'm getting a bit tired, but I think I am officially lost now in the chat. I should be paying more attention. I was just checking Mike out and Gamer1 UK out. I wasn't sure whom they were, and new people come in and often check them out. Oh, that reminds me. I'm not 40. It's rude. I'm 31. Another 9 years till that. Yes. Right. That. Right. Got you. Did you vote Brexit? I voted to leave. I remember. Yes. 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 But 40 is a bit rude for Gamer1 UK. No one has ever said I look older. So I was still getting friggin' ID'd until I was 29. I said I'm 31. The title, the video is titled 31-year-old virgin, and the other video is titled 30-year-old virgin. What's Mike M saying Christ for? Well, maybe I look really. I mean, maybe I do look for it. I don't. I'm past caring. Well, I'm glad we solved that one out. I was a bit confused there. 4-year-old virgin. I'll be there before I know it. Yeah, Mike. That's because it's not because I, Mike. I'm too tired for this. Um, I tell you what's caused the mess is the mainstream media's the fake news have caused this mess. All this fear mongering, I think, will be just a dandy once we leave. How about just do that? Bye bye, Mike. Is that horrible? I can be bothered. Could not be bothered. I think Mike was just looking for an argument. That's. Oh. Just this the discussions about Article 13. I just think Mike was looking for an argument, and I'm too tired. I can't be bothered. Trump 2020. Leave means leave. That's all you need to know. We're dandy before we join the EU. We'll be fantastic after it. Leave means leave. Right, yeah, fake news is all over. It was a disastrous week in America for fake news with the Russian witch hoax. I was glad to see the end of that. And I was smiling until today, and then Article 13 reared its very ugly head. And I was like, oh, God. See, there's positives and negatives to going live. I'm not a fan of Nick. In fact, I'm not a fan of anybody here. I don't like Theresa May. I don't like Jeremy Corbyn. I certainly don't like Nicola Sturgeon. I just thought maybe he wasn't looking for an argument. I think I'm too tired. I know it's not the place to have an in-depth discussion tonight. Oh, I'm with you. I think that's brave you mentioning that name in here. I love him. I love him. I love Alex Jones. Oops, did I say something there? I really big fan of him. I'm scared to even mention. There's just names on here I'm scared to mention. Well, I am a big fan of him. I'm subscribed to him. His YouTube channel. I'm glad it still exists. It should never be taken away. Um, I'm not being funny. I can say this now. When Gamer One UK came in, we're good. We're good. Gamer One UK. And when Mike M came in, I originally thought the real reason I checked this out because I thought it was maybe trolls. So I've been troll attacked before. It will happen again, they do it, and that's why I was checking this out because I thought, oh, so just we're good. And then since you mentioned that name, I like you even more now, Gamer One UK, because he gets such a bad. The BBC over here are just the worst of the worst. I know, but I wasn't sure to begin with. Jenna says, "I hate all politicians. They are scum, Jenna says, and rich people pee me off huge, so I try to sip my lips. That's all right. Go for it. Say what you want. Well, some people that do it are, and let me know. I'll be honest. You know, um, let let me know if I was a little bit too harsh on blocking earlier on. Maybe I was a bit too harsh, but I don't know. You could probably see in my face I was a bit too tired to discuss Brexit. Um, let me know if you think I was a bit too harsh. Maybe I was a bit too harsh there. I should have just let him stay, but it is what it is. I hate that saying it is what it is, but everybody says it. I say it. My mum says it. That's all I hear. Uh, everywhere is it is what it is. What does that mean? I mean, I'm far too old for drama, trolls, but maybe I was a bit harsh on the guy earlier. Maybe I was a bit harsh. Paul, I've put our son to bed. Great. Hey, you take care, Jeff and Jojo. Um, and even when I go live again, it'd be fantastic seeing you both in here, and I'll definitely look out for your next stream, Jeff, if you're live tomorrow. And you two take care. And we should definitely meet up sometime when I win the lottery. Maybe I was a little bit, but to be fair, Gamer One UK, Tommy Robinson for Prime Minister. I agree with that, by the way. I said his name, being brave. Um, I was far too tired because I could just picture it was going to go a back and forth for a long time. Like, oh no. And I didn't think it gelled with the colors in here either. Rotten, rotten dead. Hey, hello. Oh, I'm absolutely terrified to speak my mind. I live in Scotland. I can't speak my mind. I end up in jail if I tell a joke. But you have fantastic seniors in here, Jeff and Jojo. Um, you're 41. I didn't know Jenna was 49. And it's just a number, isn't it? It's just a number. But I should next time I'll be more prepared. I'll take some notes. Then I can argue back and forth with people if I'm ever that bored. I can do that. Well, I'll be prepared next time. I've got a great stick with me. I don't mean anything I say. Jenna says it's lovely to meet you, gamer. um, I'm glad we're following, or I will follow you back on Twitter. I don't type, Jenny. I didn't type. Well, it's good to have you in here, Gamer One UK. Finally clicked on who you are. I remember that comment now, and I appreciate everybody that watches the non-live videos. I always say you're the ones that take the time to watch your non-live videos are your true fans in a way. Some people really prefer to live stream. Oops, I need to go to bed. Some people prefer the live streams. You know, they love socializing with the others in the chat. They love the instant interaction, like what I do. I prefer live streams as well on other people's channels. I love the instant interaction you get. Dave doesn't commit to much. That's fair enough. There won't be everybody's cup of tea. I never used to like him until I started going live myself, and then I started we're good when I went able. I appreciate you watching me, taking time out of your day to watch this mug. But it's good we've got that Tommy Bond and oh, lights out. I think we would agree on a number of things. It seems I don't say it out loud because you're not allowed to even mention his name on Facebook or Twitter. He's banned from both, right? But if I catch his live streams, I always say, like, you know, keep up the great work, or you know, on here, on one of the other media platforms. Absolutely, absolutely. Jenna, you know me and my fleeces. I'm glad. There's someone I can relate to on here. There's somebody else that used to. I haven't seen her in here in a while, but she loves another person that's a fleece lover. That seemed to attract them. It's funny. And I mean, I'm very pro this man. Make America great again. I want the UK to be great again. I think we will be great again once we leave. It'll be fantastic having Tommy as Prime Minister. So, can we trade the royal family for Trump or something? Or Theresa May for Trump? But the leaders we have now, not a fan of either. Detest Jeremy Corbyn. I think he's awful. Theresa May, one of the weakest prime ministers in my lifetime, must be. Nicola Sturgeon, I've never been a fan of the SNP. I cringe. They have their little propaganda adverts, SNP adverts up here. They're just so, I cringe at them so much. Just a load of nonsense. Never liked Alex Salmond. Swear words spring to mind when I think of Tony Blair. Well, yeah, and I'm a Rangers fan too. So I've got many reasons why I don't like the BBC. I really, oh my god, the whole thing with Jimmy Savile, I mean, was just disgusting. And what they are doing is just, yeah. I usually have one. Usually have on a Rangers top. There's one of my older ones. This one's last season's, but I'm usually wearing a Rangers top. Rule Britannia. um, You got the shirt. Yeah, absolutely. Scotland's most successful club. Um, but it's good. I'm glad you came in because it's sometimes I feel surrounded by liberals, surrounded by people I feel are brainwashed, radicalized by pop culture, fake news, CNN, BBC, all that garbage. And it's refreshing to come across someone that's a Rangers fan and, you know, you've named your political favourites earlier on. I'll be watching Mr. AJ after this. I'll be watching him. I need to get my Alex Jones fix tonight. And I'll probably be watching him after this, um, but we live in times where I'm scared to mention his name. I'm scared to say Tommy's name. It's just so ridiculous, the censorship on here. So ridiculous. Yeah, he's still banned. He made a return on Joe Rogan's podcast. It was a damn fantastic podcast. I think it's going to be Joe Rogan's most popular one to date, the return of Alex Jones. Last time I checked, 11 million viewers within about 4 days or a week. Fantastic. You look at the thumbs up ratio, there's like 100,000 thumbs up compared to like 1,000 thumbs down. The people spoke. They said, we want him back. Why was he deleted? I think the majority of us are, whether you're, because it's going to come to the point where liberals are going to end up censoring themselves. And I think this Article 13 is really going to rub people the wrong way. And I really hope it backfires. I think it will. uh, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Mark Dice too. Don't know if you watch him. I have a book. It's called Liberalism: Find a Cure Book by Mark Dice. And I don't agree with everything Mark Dice says in his videos, but he's always very amusing. Diva Dave D says, "Sure don't, gamer. Sure don't." Well, I'm glad. It's just refreshing. I'm not sure how many times I'll be live again. It's a bit doom and gloom today on YouTube with this article of doom. More mass censorship on its way. But it is really refreshing, you know, me and someone that's similar political views as myself. Like before, I will admit, Phil, before I was like on the left. I didn't know I was on the left. I was so totally brainwashed before, years and years ago. And I guess I was on the left by default. Because when I was growing up, it was like the wrestling group, the old wrestling group. It was like the right to censor in the past. Now it seems to be the left to censor. And I've taken so many red pills, if you will, in the last few years, and I think it's great that this Russia witch hoax is finally over. That was a big relief, I thought. I didn't think it would ever go away at one point. And there's a lot of great things on the horizon, I think, but there's some scary areas in the world. But left, right, man, you got to look both ways before. Yeah, that's true, Dave. That's true. But when I was a young teenager kid, it seemed to be the right were the ones, like the Christian groups and stuff, were um, the ones that were seemed to be censoring things, right? Now this came full circle. It's weird what's kind of happened. This came full circle. That was more fake news. Gamer One UK says. Jenna says indeed. So Jenna, I'm glad Jenna's still here. Glad you're still here. Sorry if I'm going on a bit about politics. Just so refreshing having someone that's got really similar views to me and a fantastic taste in football teams as well. I love the English football team. I mentioned them earlier. I never really was a Scotland football team fan, if I'm being honest. I mean, they're not very good towards Rangers, the Scotland international team, number one. And I started supporting England years ago, and I was genuinely gutted when England got knocked out in the semi-finals last year. I was actually genuinely gutted. Because usually up in Scotland is anybody but England. But I was like, well, no, I'm going to support England. I'm going to go against the grain. Let's see. Nah, man, all good. I'm just chatting. Right. I'm glad you're chilling, Dave. Glad you're chilling. Here next to Old Trafford. I've actually had a tour of Old Trafford. I don't really. I mean, I support the English football international team now. I don't really have a. I've got a soft spot for Liverpool now. Funnily enough, I've sort of developed a soft spot for Liverpool. I really admire Steven Gerrard's passion. But I don't really have. I don't really support any other English team. Welcome back, Jenna. Or your man's. It's. I have a soft spot for Liverpool. Man City. I think. Well, it's going to be between Man City and Liverpool this season. It seems. As a neutral fan, I think Manchester City will edge out Liverpool this season. I think as a neutral, Manchester United never, as I say, never supported an English team. They definitely seem to have lost their touch in recent seasons. Manchester United. I mean, ever since Alec Ferguson left, I mean, if they've not, I think they've won maybe one trophy since then. I think they've not won a league again. That's for sure. You're very welcome, Jenna. You're very welcome. Right. I've been to Manchester before, and actually, I was a kid. My uncle is a Manchester United fan, but we got a tour Old Trafford. Oh, I love Andy Gorham. In fact, I've got he's actually my favorite Rangers player. I always, because when I was younger, my favorite position playing football was in goals, and Andy Gorham's my hero when I was growing up, and um, definitely one of the best Scottish goalkeepers. I've got his signature. I've got Lydrop's signature. Ali McCoist, all the legends of the '90s. I've got. It's funny you mentioned him. I am a big fan of Andy Gorham. Used to made several key saves against the Celtic Football Club. Some fantastic saves. Yeah, I've got Ali McCoist, Brian Lydrop, Paul Gascoigne, Richard Gough, Walter Smith, Andy Gorham, all the nine in a row. team, more or less, and then some. Should do a Rangers appreciation stream sometime. I'm gonna shut this down soon because I'm my lens right lens rather is getting a bit cloudy, so I can hardly see it at the moment. That's why I'm glaring at the chat with this massive lens in. But I'm going to wrap this up. I've been flopping my gums for over 2 hours, so I will be ending the stream very, very soon. I appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you popping in. Welcome here anytime, especially now, knowing what I know. Rangers fans, more than more than welcome in here. Your Scottish team. I also loved it when Tommy one time wore a Rangers top somewhere. I was like, yeah, go Tommy. Love you even more now. I'm going to get my Alex Jones fix next. That's what I'm going to do. Hope everybody has a great evening, wherever it is you get up to. My fleece pal Jenna, love you. Diva Dave D, you take care. And Gamer One UK, it's been good chatting. I'm not sure when I'll be live again. Might leave it for a wee bit. Next set of videos will probably be non-live. But if I do go live again, all welcome in here. All welcome in here. I think that's what he means, Dave. Yeah, but that words. Remember, YouTube doesn't like that word. You take care, Jenna, and I'll follow you right back on Twitter just now. And Bruce had a good time in here. I had a great time. A great range of chat today, from talking about tour in Canada and Andy Gorham, and it was good stuff. Good stuff. All right. God bless.